Listen carefully. Right now, inside you, there's a version that the world has never seen. Stronger, sharper, colder, hungrier. A man who doesn't flinch under pressure. A man who doesn't beg for comfort. A man so focused that even fear avoids him. But here's the brutal truth. That version is not just going to appear one day. He doesn't arrive with luck. He doesn't show up because you feel motivated. He doesn't walk in while you're scrolling on your phone waiting for life to change. Number. That version of you is sleeping, buried under laziness, buried under excuses, buried under comfort. And the only way to meet him is to build him with your own blood, sweat, and sacrifice. Think about it. Every time you say, "I'll start tomorrow," you're feeding the weaker you. Every time you hit snooze, every time you scroll instead of build, every time you break a promise to yourself, you're keeping that dangerous version locked away. And that's why you feel stuck. Not because you don't have potential, not because you lack talent, but because you keep carrying the old version of you into every single day. The lazy one, the soft one, the one who hides when life gets hard. But deep down, you know that's not who you're meant to be. You feel it in your chest when you look in the mirror. You feel it every night when you go to bed knowing you left something on the table. You feel it in the guilt that whispers, "You could have done more." That's your future self screaming at you. That's the stronger version banging on the walls, waiting for you to finally wake him up. And here's the part nobody wants to admit. Waking him up will cost you everything weak inside you. It'll cost you your comfort zone. It'll cost you your bad habits. It'll cost you the fake confidence you've been hiding behind. Because he's not built in comfort. He's built in the fire. He's built in the moments when you're tired but you keep going. He's built in the silence when no one claps, no one watches, no one cares. He's built when the weak you says, "Quit," and you answer, "One more." That version, the world hasn't met him yet. But imagine when they do. Imagine walking into a room and people can feel it in your presence. This man doesn't play small. This man doesn't fold. This man is on a mission. And here's the real question. Will you ever let the world meet him? Or will you die never knowing what it felt like to unleash him? Because the scariest thought isn't failure. The scariest thought is regret. Regret of never becoming the man you were born to be. Regret of settling when you could have dominated. Regret of knowing you had greatness inside you, but you chose comfort instead. So here's the deal. From this moment, you've got a choice. Keep feeding the weaker version, or burn him to the ground and step into the fire. Stop waiting. Stop scrolling. Stop pretending like you've got time to waste. Because time is the one thing you will never get back. And every second you waste, the stronger you slips further away. The question is simple. Do you have the guts to bury the man you are today so you can finally meet the man you were always meant to be? Let's be real. Most people never become that stronger version of themselves, not because they don't want to, but because they're trapped in invisible chains. Think about your day. The alarm goes off. You hit snooze. You tell yourself, 5 more minutes. Those 5 minutes turn into 30. That 30 turns into regret. And you've already lost the battle before the day even started. You drag yourself out of bed, and what's the first thing you touch? Your phone, notifications, endless scrolling. You didn't even take your first breath of the morning, and the world already hijacked your mind. Then the cycle continues. Work, distractions, fake dopamine, small talks, mindless entertainment. And by the time night falls, you feel the guilt. You whisper to yourself, tomorrow will be different. But tomorrow comes, and nothing changes. This is the silent prison, not built by walls, but by habits. Not guarded by soldiers, but by your own excuses. And the worst part? You don't even notice how deep you've fallen. until years pass, and suddenly you look back and realize you wasted more than time. You wasted yourself. Most people die in that prison, not because life is unfair, not because they lacked chances, but because they kept choosing easy over necessary, comfort over growth, excuses over action. But here's the truth no one wants to face. The problem is not the world. The problem is you. It's the weak version of you that you keep feeding every single day. And unless you kill that version, nothing changes. So, what's the solution? How do you break the chains? How do you finally step into the fire and become the man the world hasn't seen yet? It starts with one brutal decision. Stop negotiating with weakness. No more deals with the part of you that says, later. No more bargains with the voice that says, just one more scroll. No more mercy for the side of you that's been stealing your future. The solution is simple, but it's not easy. You build the stronger you in the moments where the weak you begs to quit. You want to wake him up? Then stop chasing motivation. Motivation is a liar. Motivation says, wait until you feel ready, but discipline whispers, do it anyway. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, no matter how small, you're feeding the stronger version. Wake up when you said you would. Stronger you gets a meal. Go to the gym even when you're tired. Stronger you gets a meal. Work on your craft instead of scrolling. Stronger you grows stronger. And every time you break that promise, every time you fold, the weaker you laughs and takes the throne again. It's war, and you decide every single day which version you're going to feed. And here's the twist. It won't happen overnight. The stronger you doesn't just appear after one workout, one journal entry, one good day. He's forged, brick by brick, repetition by repetition, scar by scar. You're going to fail. You're going to slip. You're going to hear that voice say, see? You can't do it. But that's exactly where the shift happens. Because every time you stand back up, every time you fight again, every time you refuse to bow, that's when the stronger version rises. People will doubt you. People will laugh. People will disappear when you start changing. And that's good, because the stronger you doesn't need approval. He doesn't need applause. He doesn't need anyone to hold his hand. He only needs one thing: your decision to keep building, no matter how heavy it gets. So let me make it simple. Stop waiting for a perfect plan. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop waiting for the right moment. The solution is not to wait. The solution is to move. Take one step, one action, one choice that feeds the stronger version today. Wake up 30 minutes earlier. Write one page. Do 10 push-ups. Say no to the distraction. Do the uncomfortable thing. Because if you can win in the small moments, you will dominate in the big ones. And slowly, the world will start to see it. They'll see the fire in your eyes. They'll see the discipline in your walk. They'll see the hunger in your actions. And that's when the stronger you, the dangerous, unshakable, unbreakable version, finally steps into the light. Not because of luck, not because of motivation, but because you chose war with weakness. Every single day. Now listen carefully, because this moment right here, this is not just another ending. This is the line in the sand. Most people will scroll away right now. They'll nod, they'll agree, maybe even feel inspired for a second. And then, back to the same cycle, back to weakness, back to wasting their life, but not you. If you're still here, it means you're different. It means something inside you is burning. It means you're ready to stop talking about change and actually become the change. So here's your test. If you're serious, if you're truly ready to bury that weaker version forever, then prove it. Don't just keep this moment in your head. Make it real. Drop a comment right now. The old me is dead. That's your declaration. That's your first act of war against the old version of you. Hit that like button if you felt that fire in your chest, because this is not entertainment. This is transformation. And subscribe, because what's coming next isn't just another motivational video. It's a weapon. It's going to rewire the way you see yourself, the way you fight, the way you rise. This is not a game. This is not content. This is evolution. The weaker you dies today, the stronger you begins now. Your move